What the machine turned on, the machine last episode, they have planned to take Abbott and download his mind into a machine that could be used for an ultimate weapon. So to help the magistrate to take over the Saturngrad universe. And but uh, in all this madness, the magistrate is he is totally forgotten about Curly Joe and totally forgotten about Kojak and does not know that they're quite free in the palace. All right, Curly Joe, I found a weapon here. We've got a weapon here. Of course, we're not going to name the weapon because of YouTube and it's sci-fi junk. It's sci-fi, so it could be anything your imagination wants to be. That's a good point. Yeah, doesn't it think we always have to bring that stuff up? It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. For a story perspective, very terrible that the algorithm has to be that strict. That it's like, what we're not really affecting the ESG ratings, are we? No, not really. Unless you're counting the original stuff from 2010, 2011, that stuff was pretty foul. So it's pretty much become a PBS show at this point. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we got this weapon to scare the Yetis. We're not going to be shooting Yetis. That would be just terrible. Yeah, I think PETA would be really not happy. PETA would be pissed. Okay, so then they going around and they scare the Yetis away. Because they see the weapon. For some reason, that particular weapon just scares them. They don't want anything to do with that, and they uh, but meanwhile, the Abbott's mind that is now being downloaded in the computer, it's overloading the computer. It's just too much. It's just too much to even attempt it. I don't think the magistrate even thought that this could happen. And it's confusing it, and it's just confusing it. And what's going on with the computer? What's going on with it? It's not it's not working. Oh, it's not working right. What? Oh no. Uh, oh no. I didn't think about this right. Yetis, I didn't think about this right. That maybe his mind may be too powerful for it. Well, of course I'm a villain. I wouldn't think about these things beforehand, you know, because that would be just too easy. And oh no. Oh no! Oh, now it's melting down! Oh, my computer's melting down! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Uh, oh no! I've been defeated. But then, meanwhile, outside the aliens that that have now kind of sobered up, not saying what the substances they were given, but they've gotten better, and they've now rioted and now are taking the palace uh, and they help the three and release Abbott from the machine. They've totally they've kind of spooked away the Yetis. The Yetis, they don't want anything of that. And then Mag is arrested by the aliens, and that is that is it. Uh, well, well, Abbott, you're free now. You've gotten you free from the computer. How are you feeling? Oh, my head feels weird. It's like a weird dream, but it was weird. It was like I could battle. I was doing battle with the actual machine itself. It was like I was banging inside of it, and it couldn't handle it. It just absolutely couldn't handle me at all. The magistrate didn't think about that at all. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, yeah, Abbott. I mean, well, that's a good way to end the year, with a great victory. And well, it's what we do here on the show. We face the unknown and face the great unknown, and we remain victorious over Mr. Pennypacker and that bad freighter SH. Yeah, they haven't been seen in a while, but they're still out there creating these situations for us, and it's not good, you know. Um, But meanwhile, out in the universe, Mr. Pennypacker is still watching. He's still out there. Well, that's an end of the year. That was some good Doctor Who type stuff. That's good stuff. That's very good. I know a lot of people wonder, well, how's Fraser? He's been kind of bad. Fraser's been just doing the immortal hours. He's not really been on the show. Uh, well, as you know, he kind of got his mind scrambled there for a bit, and he kind of went insane. And we've been kind of keeping him under lock and key for a good long time. It's just a reminder, that just because you don't see a character every week doesn't mean they've been killed off. Sometimes they just need a break. And well, case in Freighter, he's on that immortal hours covering Friday because we had that Metrica crew steal one of our shows. I that was something I didn't see coming. That was absolute balls to the wall crazy. And I also appreciate the crew here, keep making sure to kind of watch what they say because we don't know. The algorithm. The thing is maybe it's because our channel's so old that maybe it's like kind of glitched in the system or something because of how old it is or something. I don't know. But just say, you use strange words to describe certain things. And I assume people understand. Well, we really don't got anyone watching. So it's, most of the time, it's kind of weird. Like people do suddenly do watch it. And then something like I'll look and, there's like 18 people that saw something. It's like, I know a person could say, well, whatever. But it does happen. We have people watch sometimes, and that's a good stuff. Uh, what is the aims of Sattergraw in 2026? Well, the aim is more the same. We have a show that deals with the retro video games with Bad Freighters show, and we this show we continue to do like relatively recent games. What do you mean by recent games? Well, we do this show so far in advance that really a game came out like a year and a half ago, and really we still haven't covered it. So it's not very. It's just let's be honest. It's not retro. Not no. It's just modern games. Like you play Starfield in like 2026. I mean, which I didn't plan to do. I kind of just sort of decided to do things kind of alphabetically for 2025, and we just never got to Starfield. And Starfield, I felt, look, listen, at the time this comes out at the end of 2025, I'm sure Starfield's had so many patches and so many DLCs and things like that. Now people will say, well, that problem was fixed. That actually is of this recording. I can't actually say to you that the maps have all been fixed. Unfortunately, the problem is those are sort of visual aesthetics, and so well now when you visit a city, you go, well, where is this at? I need to go to this, and it's right in front of you. You can really find it really easy. Like you'll see it off in the distance. Like there'll be little icons and stuff, and hey, it's better than nothing. Because if you're trying to kind of like I want to be here right now. I don't want to wait until tomorrow or something because I have to try to find the store first. Well, it's none of that. So, and then of course, but I said that the problem is this of this recording is the inner nature of the game. The deeper roots of the game that isn't just aesthetic. Like for example, when you visit a planet, it just needs more. It needs more to do. You need dungeons. You need things to do, and And I think the reason why the maps look so bad and you couldn't figure out where anything was, it's because that was a kind of a um, it was kind of like a thing of illusion. It was to make it, it wasn't to totally reveal, that by the way, all this is pretty barren except for these like three or four things. That's pretty bad, but it's like, again, they were just, I think Bethesda just wanted to create kind of a No Man's Sky Star Citizen clone. They wanted to say that they got their version, that we did it before Star Citizen ever got to be made. Well, of course, Star Citizen is continuously growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. In fact, it makes so much money, it's never going to stop. It's never going to stop being made, actually. It's just going to keep growing because they make so much money. They would be crazy in a way that I hate to say it. I don't like it. They would they make so much money from Patreon. They make more money, guys, than just by sitting on developing the game. You can play parts. There are people on Twitch that play like amazing parts of this game. So that's of course you would ask when a Star Citizen. I don't know. I don't even know. This computer's not really. It's good with what's doing. It plays Robocop and WWE, and it does all the stuff I need to do. And I don't really think that game. I understand is it keeps getting updated and stuff. It's graphically probably got more demands. I don't know. Also that game is a simulator, and I played it before. I played it before, and it's tough. That's a tough game. That's a really tough game, and I remember once flying out an airlock. I mean, it's a simulator. I remember once, I went to, I accidentally, look, I'll tell you what really dumb deaths in the game. All you need to do is hit the button that opens your door out to the open world while you're in the middle of the voids of space. You're not going to have a chance. But guess what? That's called a simulator. That means that can happen. In real life, if you were flying in a jet and you open the canopy, you go flying and you die. That's right, right? Well, that's the way it is. So you gotta respect that. Now, in games like No Man's Sky, the game's a little more casual, and I kind of like that a little more. It's just sort of like a little more chill. But Starfield's not chill. This is life. That's real life. Yeah. Uh, I think for the last episode of the year, that's pretty darn good. I apologize, by the way, with end of the year content is of like, I don't know, mostly this year. Is that basically it's very we really get burned out by that. Like we're trying to finish a project so we can move on to another. And so guess what? Well, sometimes you know, we don't really want to do commentary. And then sometimes with even doing storylines, we just try to kind of get through the script as quickly as possible. And this, like the last few episodes, I mean, one of the episodes, the storyline was only like 2 minutes long. I mean, I was kind of going, that's kind of not how we do things. But at the same time, it's like, we have timetables where we're like, well, we wanted to really focus on this and we want to focus on that. Like, do this marathon or do that. I mean, why don't we do this? It's kind of nuts. I know. Well, Happy New Year, and we'll be back again in 2026, and we of course that year, of course, that'll all be done in advance as well because you never know what happens in the world. Of course, I know. Did like if like for example, I mean, what happens if we're raptured out or something? For those that are left, until that Antichrist takes over control, you can still know that our episodes will be on Fridays and Saturdays. We won't be here. We'll be up in heaven, or wherever the kingdom is or something. But stay bright and sunny, and it's sometimes understand it's better to do episodes in advance because you never know what happens to you. I mean, you might need surgery or something. You want to do voice acting after having some work done or something. You want to heal. You don't want to be doing this. This is silly. But if you did it a year in advance, you can just literally enjoy the episodes on Friday and Saturday, and that's enjoy the fruits of your work. The fruits of your work. Well, I'll let the guys get to their game, and which is just a recorded commentary of 5 minutes. Because really, I hate to say with the games, I'm trying to keep from possibility that it's just going to be no commentary in the future with games. I think it just depends on where we're at. I may just do like an intro like that. I would sleep better with that as opposed to nothing, because at least that's transformative. Wow, I went a lot longer. Usually, when I'm in control, I can go I could go a whole hour talking if I wanted to, but that makes the file bigger. And I kind of like to make it nice and easy. I don't want to have it be like too big a file. Well, we'll get to that. We are a video game show, and we got more of RoboCop, actually a lot more of RoboCop in the coming year. That was a good game, very good game. Till we got to one part where basically you have to shoot the villain in the middle of a rock concert, and if you hit anybody, that's game over. That's game over. That's game over. That's crazy. Back to play Robocop. Well, we'll do a short introduction to the video. What happens is a lot of times when we get close to finishing a project, we just kind of rush it when it comes to the gameplay commentary. We still do we still do like the story monologue and all that because that's fun. We like that. That's creative writing. But we just gonna kind of keep this kind of general. We're not gonna kind of commentate what's going on in the actual video. We're just saying that that this is a very good game and you should play it. That it's actually gives you a satisfaction of justice. I feel there's too many games to try in the past that focus on crime because I feel generally that it's sort of like a new world order kind of thing where they're trying to turn you into like an animal. We don't want that. We want to actually be creatures of justice. We don't want to, you know, not be like that. To not be like some criminal. Grand Theft Auto. Look, I know people they have issues. They got all these issues they deal with, so they're kind of angry and whatever. And well, sometimes that the greater good is more important. Uh, Maybe if you took your anger against someone who was actually doing bad things instead of becoming the bad thing, like here you're being a cop, you're actually being like I know someone say, well, there's bad cops in the world, and yeah, there is, but there's good ones too, and would you want to be one of the good ones? That's what this is, and the other game we played, we didn't really get into it because, well, we feared that they might get our Twitch banned. And it's because, well, the criminals in that game sometimes say like words that could get your channel flagged for hate speech and things like that, and hate under hate guidelines. We don't want that. Nobody wants that, and sometimes you have to like those that don't care. That's fine, but we use that to make her clips, and we like that. It's a free service. We like that, and So that's the way it is. So and like this game is very good. It's very good. I admit that sometimes we do prefer games where we can just, it doesn't feel like we're working on wave one of enemies, wave two of enemies, wave three. That's the only thing with this game that, I admit as we started to really get deeper into it and stuff, it was kind of like, I don't know, like I guess I like a little more variety, not just shoot, shoot, shoot. But that's an FPS game. It's the way it used to be. Oh, it is the way it used to be. I mean, I was trained by Mr. Pennypacker and them and Bad Freighter. That's like games like Doom and stuff. And, well, of course, there was no variety in Doom. It was just shoot the monsters. You know, but after a while, it was sort of like, games did add other things. Yeah, you could still do this, but you could still also do like fishing or something. Weird things like that. I don't know, just open world. I think we're more open world, but back in the day, this would have been considered probably one of the best FPS games you could ever have if you had this. And so I would just say this is a good game, and we'll kind of use this as an intro to it for the rest of the rest of December. But by the time we start working on 2026, we'll be kind of refreshed and our batteries refreshed, so we'll be doing more fresher commentary. It's kind of how we work until we do a base building game, and then we'll be back to having like no commentary because it's boring. We don't take a lot of joy in doing like commentary on something like that. And and this game, the only advice I give is every time a weapons drop, grab that weapon and just keep changing weapons. And because ammo isn't so much an issue in this game because you just keep grabbing the weapons, grab the weapons, and some are better, some are worse, some are really really good. And that's not good. That's an R. A little bit, but games used to be violent like that. I mean, now games are really bloodless. I mean, I've seen games that become quite bloodless actually. Okay, well that's a much better intro for this game. I kind of wish the last episode was like that, but we decided that one was a little more fresher. But fortunately, we couldn't get past the cutscene because we were just sort of like, I don't know. This is better. There's a better intro. Okay, well, we'll see you next time.